Shalom, everyone. We'll begin our service in just a minute. And if you can see and hear me, please let me know. We're gathering chats from all of our different platforms. So if you are on Sim Shalom on the website, you can follow along with the Gates of Prayer Siddur that we use. I'm Rabbi Nancy Tunick, and I'll be reading the service this evening, and you can use the Rabbi Nancy Siddur. If you are watching from the social media platform, then if you can type into the chat function now and let me know that you can see and hear me, that would be terrific. We'll be using the chat function for the Mishabera, for the Mourner's Kaddish, for names for a Yortzeit or those we've lost recently, and also just to chat with each other. Well, everyone, I think I have Marvin in Rochester, New York. Again, if you are on the website, if you'd like to follow along for our Maariv service with the Gates of Prayer with the Siddur, you can click on Rabbi Nancy, not Rabbi Nancy Friday, but Rabbi Nancy, since it is Wednesday. And let's see, on the chat, Joseph is here. So now I know that all of the different chat functions are working. We will begin our service. And so we are going to start on page 2. The greatness of the Eternal One surpasses our understanding, and yet at times we feel God's nearness. Overwhelmed by awe and wonder as we behold the signs of His presence, still we feel within us a kinship with the divine. And so we turn to you, O God, looking at the world about us, and inward to the world within us, there to find you, and from your presence gain life and strength. So together we say, Baruch Adonai HaBarach, praise the Lord to whom our praise is due. Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed, praise be the Lord to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Is just beyond our eyes, and we do that in some cases through meditation, but also through prayers that are very familiar to us, and prayers that we speak in the morning and in the evening and on Shabbat and even before we leave this earth. And a meditative way to say this prayer is to cover our eyes, and the prayer, of course, is Shema, which means hear or listen. And we say together, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, and all humankind. The Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's glorious kingdom forever and ever. Now if you keep your eyes closed, keep your hands over your eyes, and we'll sing those words together. But stay in that state, in that peaceful state as we close out our day. Continue with the Via Hafta on page 7, or on page 6 if you'd like to chant it traditionally. Via Hafta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol rucha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol miodecha. You shall love with all your might, with all your strength and all your being. Set these words upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home. Speak of them on your way, when you're lying down and Infinite God, Creator and Redeemer of all being, you are most high, most near. In all generations we have cried out to you. We have put our trust in you. We have borne witness to your truth before the nations. Oh, now let your light and your truth appear to us and lead us. Let them bring us to your holy mountain. We shall not fear then, though earth itself should shake, though the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters thunder and rage, though the winds lift its waves to the very vault of heaven. We shall not fear, for you are with us. We shall rejoice in your deliverance. Then shall we know you, our Redeemer and our God, and in the shadow of your wings we shall sing with joy. and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will. Together at the bottom of page 12, we say, Blessed is the Eternal One, guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. We continue now on page 14 of the Tefillah. Shalom, Ellen Rose, and Shalom, Beth, and John, and Ivan, and everyone who is joining us from around the country and the world. We are continuing with our prayer with the Avot, and first the Tefillah. We sing together, Adonai, Simatatifta, Lufi, Yagi, Tehillateh. Page 13 for the Avot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon Gomel Hasugim Tovim, V'konei Hakol V'zocher Chaskei Avot, U'meivi Geula Livnei V'neihem L'ma'an Shemo V'Hava, Melech Lozer Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham. We sing now of holiness and our relationship with God and also all that God has created that is all around us. And it reminds us that we are connected to God and to all of the beauty that is just beyond our eyes. Help us see your beauty. It's just beyond. Let's see if we get back online. Let's see if this is working. Please let me know if you are able to see and hear me. I know that it was interrupted. And we will be continuing the service, but just waiting to make sure that everyone is able to see and hear. I think we may be back. Let's see if we are. I think so. Okay, so I'm so sorry it just dropped off. I think that there are many more people utilizing online services due to our situation with COVID-19. And that maybe we had some interruption. But we will continue now. I'm going to make sure that the chat function is working. We're back. All right. Working and carrying on. We're going to turn to page 17. And we continue with this theme of holiness, and with the idea that the world is filled with holiness, from the very smallest part to the largest, from what may feel mundane to what is so significant. It is all holy. And we say, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tzvaot Melech Haaretz Kavodo. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The fullness of the whole earth is his glory. And they respond to your glory with blessing. Baruch Kavod Adonai Mim Komo. Blessed is the glory of God in heaven and on earth. We now take a few moments for a silent meditation. And this is an opportunity for us to pray in our own words, to pray using the words that are in our hearts, and also an opportunity to quiet our minds again, like we did with the Shema, where we blocked out the visual. This is an opportunity to connect to what lies beyond us. It feels like it's within us, but really what we're doing is removing the barriers between what we know in our physical worlds and what is beyond when we connect to God in a spiritual way. And when we do that, we have the opportunity to listen to what we call in our tradition the still small voice within. And so we take that time now. With the audio, but right now we'll pray for those who are in need of healing, and then maybe I'll start again with a fresh feed. So we're praying this evening for Jared Ben Hiram, and also for Ellen. We pray for Mara Tartak, Eileen Rubel, Marsha Wallerstein, Linda Chambers, Bob Ward, Janice Canoff, Leah Blumberg, Alan Schulman, Evie Frith, Joyce Sickle, Chaya Ahuva Basbasia, Lisa Gibson, Joe Buhaker, Isaac Shapiro, Donna Fritz, Dee Cruz, Matt Rowling, Susie Abbott, John Link, all of those who are suffering with COVID-19, around the country and the world. Also Larry Saltzman, Pat Kimmel, Alex Kimmel. And we continue with the Mishabera on the bottom of page 20. Let me know if you are still continuing to have a problem with the audio, and if so, I will stop the stream and we'll try to start it again and see if that fixes it. I'm going to continue now as we wait for that response with the counting of the Omer. And we've been counting the Omer since the second day of Pesach, and we are already, unbelievably, at 6 weeks of the Omer. There are already 42 days of the Omer, and so we will say the blessing together. We say Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu asaf birad ha'omer. Blessed are you, source of all, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us concerning the counting of the Omer. So let's see if anyone... So we had an audio problem from the beginning. I apologize for that. Well, we'll continue as we are. I don't have a cord, so I'm not sure what's happening, but we may have an issue just technically with the broadcast. So we'll continue on page 22, and please rise for the Elena. Who brings us the heavens and the earth. been said, the Lord shall reign over all the earth. On that day the Lord shall be one, and his name shall be one. We continue now with the Mourner's Kaddish, and this is our opportunity to remember those we have loved and lost. This is an opportunity for us to speak their names aloud, because when we speak their names aloud, we bring them to us. And we bring them into our hearts with their memories, but we also bring them into our lives. So if you'll type the names now into the restream, into your chat functions, or into the Sim Shalom on the website chat function, we remember them on the anniversary of our loved one's death, because it represents the fullness of their lives and the challenge that we have to live our lives in a way that represents their lives in their best moments. And so we always strive to move forward and to honor them with the work that we do. And we recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. And this evening we remember all of those we have lost to COVID-19. We remember those we have lost to recent violence. But we also remember Jean Ellen Schulman, Ray Cavadell, Janet Goldfarb, Bernice Tunick, Nikki Shugar, Donnie Fritz, John Jackson, Richard Peshkin, Marlene Shapiro, Bert Wallerstein, Joyce Jacobs, Stephen Gudis, Laura Coughlin, Tom Foster, Hilda Anderson, Jim Taylor, Wanda Richardson, Virginia Kelly, Deborah Grigsby, Cheryl Brackmeyer, William John Dayton, Bobby Barash, Eileen Field. All of those we lost in the Shoah. Many who do not have anyone alive to remember them. And so the memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise God and pray for the coming of his kingdom. We turn to page 25 for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yekadal v'yekadash shemei Rabbah v'alma v'yibrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yomechon v'v'chayei dechal beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mivarach v'olam olomei almayah Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dikud shabirachu le'olam min kol berachata v'shirata tishbachata v'nechamata da'miram v'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru Amen. And may the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. As together we say, Amen. And so we will conclude our service with the singing of Osei Shalom. And Osei Shalom is the last line of the Mourner's Kaddish. And it talks about peace and life rather than of death. And it tells us and prays that the peace that reigns in the high heavens may descend on all of us, on all Israel, and all the world. And so we pray for the promise of life to come true as we sing Osei Shalom together. Tov, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Rabbi Galit will be with you tomorrow night. Rabbi Steve will welcome Shabbat with you on Friday night at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. And I will be welcoming Shabbat with the synagogue in Florence, our congregation at FlorenceTemple.org, actually at the Facebook page for Temple B'nai Israel. That will be at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern on Friday evening. We continue to have great inspiration and motivation on the Facebook page for St. Shalom, and I look forward to being with you again next week. And again, Shalom, Lav Tov, and Maariv.